the Canes had a big win last night. And it's bigger than even we talked about it yesterday because it was obvious early in that game. Both teams, like, it was a non-verbal agreement. Hey, let's treat this like a playoff game. Hey, let's get as close as we possibly can to playoff intensity, and let's see who wins.
It felt like it was May of 2023 last night.
That was a perfect intensity for what I want to see from the Carolina Hurricanes. So much so that we've never done this before. We're about to do something that we've never done before. We are going to, middle of the week, not when we're supposed to, not when it's scheduled to, update the confidence meter for the Hurricanes, which is also known as the Hurriconfidence meter. Now, we're not just going to, don't get used to this, right? We're not just going to go ahead and do this all the time. But a game like that, during a stretch like they're on, against that particular team, we're bumping it up to the borderline of plan the parade. We are right between this might be our year and plan the parade on the Hurriconfidence meter after that game. That was a playoff-like win against that team. Took it personal. You never root for injuries, but you could tell that the physicality was something that the Canes were looking to put in that game, and a few of the guys didn't finish for Florida. Svech boomed Tkachuk and Slavin. Little friendly fire there. He just happened to be on the other side. Kind of against the board / against Slavin. Ended up, again, you never want the injury, but you love the physicality. And
Clean hit.
And you love, yeah, true. And you love it from Svech, right? When he's the big, crazy athlete, go be the big, crazy athlete. You know, be the big guy that can get moving. I love the physicality. I love the intensity. I love the outcome. I love the perseverance. Just talking with Adam Gold while we switched positions here in the studio, and it took us about 2 seconds to get to not the Aho game winner, the Aho missed easy one earlier on in the game, which, from nightmares to dreams, that was the nightmare portion of the event. That was the one that was going to haunt him. However, he didn't let it haunt him. Right? He stuck to it, kept making plays, lightning quick up the ice a few different times, and he gets the game winner. Here's Aho on how rewarding that game-winning goal was.
Yeah, I felt good, especially how I missed that empty netter. So after that, felt a little extra special, and obviously crucial time of the game. That's pretty much a guaranteed win when scored that late. So that was big.
You know what else was good? Pyotr Kochetkov. He was pretty good.
Yeah, he was all right, I guess.
He was so good that he got a save overnight. The statistics said he had 44 saves. So in my notes, I have a 44 save shutout. How incredible, a 44 save shutout. I come in this morning, Dennis goes, hey, you know what? They gave him another one. He has 45 saves.
Yeah.
He was so good that they lost track of how many saves he was putting up in a shutout.
He increased on his career best save total, which was 44 last night. Now it's 45.
4-minute penalty kill in a shutout? A 4-minute penalty kill in a shutout where it was 0-0, and it felt like whoever scores first might win. That's an unreal performance from Kochetkov. And here's what we need to come to grips with, right? We talk about the future of goalie for the Canes so often. Whether you think they should make a move for a goalie, you think they shouldn't make a move for a goalie, whether you think that depends on whether Freddie can come back, whatever. After last night, they're not making a move for a goalie. After last night, it's Kochetkov's net.
Unless it's to back him up because Freddie has a setback and you need a backup.
Even that, Ronta? Even that, Martin? How far do we want to go?
Yaniv?
Yaniv Peretz. Let's hear from Rod. That's obviously brind'amour talking about Kochetkov last night.
Solid. I mean, he was the difference, right? He made many saves, and obviously, I mean, one goal was all we got. So we needed him to be perfect, and he was.
That's such a baller phrase. We needed him to be perfect, and he was. And he was tested. Dennis, again, is our advanced analytics guy. What was it, 4 goals expected for Florida?
So, again, in terms of expected goals against for Carolina, so I guess expected goals for Florida yesterday, 4.25 expected goals yesterday.
So
and they obviously got 0.
They got 0.
And just on the power play alone, for Florida, expected goals was just over 2.
You know who deserves, I don't know if they do this, a save assist?
Mm-hmm.
Jack Drury.
Oh, yeah.
That it was the little things that all culminated in a dramatic, intense, fiery victory, which is why I boosted the Hura confidence meter. 3 straight wins, but the opposing team comes in with a longer win streak. They're the team that knocked you out. All the reasons to how to let your emotions get away and the lapse or this or that, they just didn't have it. Even a little scuffle after the whistle. The final whistle. Little scuffle. I love Kochetkov going and getting in the mix. And he after the game, right, he basically, I'm paraphrasing, explained it was a numbers game. They're like, why did you go get in the mix? He's like, well, they had pulled their goalie. They had one more guy than we had. I'm not going to leave my guys out there one man down. I'm getting in the mix.
Seth Jarvis right in the middle of all that, too.
Of course.
Getting up, like pumping up the crowd afterwards.
Kane's Twitter posted a picture. Did you see the caption?
Are you not entertained?
You lost, guys.
Oh.
Just go home.
Yeah, you lost, guys. Just go home.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. The Panthers side of things, they cared about it too.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I think this one matters. This wasn't, the Canes furious and out for revenge and the Panthers going like, relax, buddy. It's the regular season. No, they wanted that one just as bad. Bob is a beast. Let's just call it what it is. He's pretty darn good.
Yeah. Sergei Bobrovsky, their goaltender, yes.
They played physical also. They brought the juice also, and the Canes just won. We've talked for the last, 2 weeks about how we're breaking this up into like a simulated postseason, seeing how they perform. That this one would have been game 1 of round 2. Doesn't that feel like a game 1 of 2 very, very good playoff teams trying to set the tone, trying to strike first, trying to get on the board first and set themselves up for a series? That's what it felt like to me. And if the Canes walk out of that 1-0, you're confident about the way your team's playing. That game was fun. I was telling Dennis and Adam all fair. I set the TV up so I could watch the game and paint my garage at the same time. Wife and son are out of town. I'm like, I'm going to, knock off some to-do list things. I'm painting the garage. And there were multiple times where I'd realize I was just standing there with a roller in my hand watching the game, and I don't know how long I was standing there. The paint could be drying on the roller right now because, it could be something like waiting for a review. Are they going to take it away? Oh, they should take it away. But I've seen crazier things happen. They should take it away. It was offsides. Things like waiting for which penalty they're going to call. Things, and then of course there's those moments where there's just chance after chance after chance, and you can't look away. It was a great game. It was a big win, and now they'll be tested again this weekend with 2 games, including Dallas, which is the last team that beat you. So it's a portion of their schedule where every game is going to be emotional, exhaustive, and you just have to keep cranking away. And I'm excited to see how they pan out. But just so you know, we will not change the Hura confidence meter on a whim very often. It's got to be something special. And last night was pretty special.